Hey, you too, man. It's your boy TJ, man. You back with Natty Reaction, man. We got Larry Bird fucking them rookies to the NBA. Damn, I got that boy Larry the Legend. You putting a rookie on Larry the Legend? What?
Around the
No,
NBA,
tripping,
everyone
what?
has their first moment in the league they still remember. Everyone starts out as a rookie, and when you're a first-year player, whether it's a trash talk
That boy
exchange,
Will,
getting owned by a
MJ,
more experienced player, or scoring your first
Kobe.
point in the league, those memories stay with you forever. NBA rookies are also not above being starstruck by sharing the court with players they grew up watching. Considering that, things might get even worse when that vet player who's welcoming you is the trash-talking GOAT himself, Larry Bird. Welcome to the Squad Dawkins channel. Here we break down the best welcome to the NBA Larry Bird stories. With the number of players he trash-talked and took to school, if the NBA ever introduces a trash-talking award, it should be named after Larry Bird. The guy was just peerless when it comes to mind games, as rookie Eddie Johnson found the hard way. Eddie Johnson guested on the Rex Chapman Show published on BasketballNews.com YouTube page. He shared the legendary trash-talking and beating he received from the legendary Celtic legend.
He was always talking so much trash to me, and he taught me how to trash talk. I mean, Larry Bird basically taught me how to trash talk. And
that boy talk trash to anybody. That boy don't care.
There's one game in Boston, he just worked me over, man. Like, I went out for the jump ball, and it was my second game of my career, and Cotton Fitzsimmons started. And I'm scared to death already. You know, not just from Bird, but, you know, I played against McHale in college. So
Nah, nigga. You know the reason why you were scared. You were scared of Bird, nigga. Nah, no shit.
He was cool.
You know you were scared of Bird.
But Howard Parrish, I mean, Dennis Johnson, I'm looking at all these dudes, man, and I'm intimidated. I had played against Danny Ainge in college. So, but Bird walks out at the jump, and the veterans on my team said, Eddie, just don't pay attention to him. Fine. So I mind my own business on the jump, and he walks out, and he just stands next to me, and he leans over and he looks at me. And I didn't pay him any attention. He said, do you honestly think you gonna guard me, motherfucker?
Bro, that boy Larry talk crazy.
What? I just didn't say nothing.
He gonna back it up.
Then he stands up and he looks over that bench and he looks at Cotton. You all think this rookie gonna guard me?
You putting the Ricky on Bird? You crazy, boy.
You up, just right in my ear. And I'm just looking forward. I'm like, and so by that time, all the guys on the floor is just cracking up, even my teammates. So I'm like, would this official please throw this ball up? So the official couldn't throw the ball up because there was something going on the side. So then finally he walks around, stands in front of me, he said, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna wear your ass out. And then I looked at him, I said, I'm here, don't worry about it. I said, you ain't intimidating nobody. I said, I'm from Chicago, where you from? He started laughing. Game starts, and he's just wearing me out, okay? And I'm trying to go back at him. I'm shooting bricks. And in the fourth quarter he was in, it was late. Game was kind of close. And he came down, he said, you talking all that junk. I bet you can't do this. And he raises up from Steph Curry range.
Damn.
And he shoots an air ball.
Oh.
And I look at him, he like, that don't matter. It's the fact that I can do it and stay in the game. I bet you can't.
Damn.
I'm like, okay. So that stuck with me.
Johnson's story is not the first nor the last we will hear connected to Larry Bird welcoming rookies to the NBA. During his rookie season in 1982-83, Dominique Wilkins walked over to four-year pro Larry Bird right before tip-off. Bird, of course, was having none of it.
That was the first time Bird ever talked trash to me. It was my rookie season, my first game I ever played against him.
What'd he say?
I can't even tell you what he said.
Bird killing them rookies, boy.
My first year, I'm excited. I'm playing against Larry Bird. I go shake his hand, wouldn't shake my hand. Back then, guys just
You wouldn't shake your hand?
Ultimate Mixtape. What I watched?
This nod,
Crazy.
right? And I was like, well, maybe he's just getting into the game.
It didn't end just without acknowledging the rookie Wilkins. Bird continued hitting him with the trash talk.
And so the first time I'm guarding, he said, you don't even belong in this league. He shoots a three. Wham! I said, okay. Next time he comes down, he said, I don't know why they got you guarding me. It's another three. Now I'm really
You heard
I'm
what
really
he said? What
Right.
the
He's
brothers
coming down
at,
the court,
man? Don't
and
put
the
no
guard,
white
he looks at me
boys
and said, I
on.
don't know why
Don't
they
do
have
it.
to guard me, Holmes. And he shoots the three. Now,
I wasn't upset he made the three. I said, but this son of a gun just called me home. And so I never forget that one thing, though, man. I'm like, I was so hot. You know?
Another former All-Star that got a nice welcome by Bird was the Seattle Supersonic Shawn Kemp. Kemp found out the hard way just how ruthless of a trash talker Bird was when he faced him as a rookie in 1989.
I'm gonna keep this real with y'all, man. My ass got busted real early, man. I came into the
He said my ass got busted real early. You wear that ass out early,
You know how
huh?
some of them vets, man, they play you to the T, man. I got played down in Boston one night. We was playing Boston Celtics. So the great Larry Bird, I didn't really know much about it. You know, I'm from Indiana. Larry's from Indiana. I knew about the history of Larry, but I didn't realize how he really got down. And Larry gave me 50 and 3/4.
Damn. 50 and 3/4, nigga? And the Boston Celtics already stacked, and he dropped 50. Damn, that's crazy. Boy, he busted your ass early.
The whole entire game.
What he said?
That ass was his that night.
Well,
With
first
50.
of all, he asked me to jump ball. He said, "You the cat that broke all my records in high school, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He goes, "Yeah, you the one that used to dunk my brother too, right?" Like Eddie. And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "I got you tonight." So every shot he was calling, at the defensive end, he would tell me, he'd be like, "When I get down to the other end, I'm gonna pump face you, get a hand one on you,
No.
look at you, go off the glass."
No way he
That's
said.
how cold Larry was. Man, I was to the point of like, look, I'm
And if
gonna
he
foul
actually
him so
did
hard
that,
that
that's
he's
crazy.
He's basically gonna take his will. He started shooting the ball with his left hand, man. I was trying to foul his right arm. He was shooting with his left hand, banking it off on me, looking at me, still slapping me on my butt and everything, man, telling me everything.
When another legend was starting.
And another thing, bro, everybody talking about Kobe, MJ. We need to start talking about Larry Bird, bro. I feel like he don't get talked about enough, bro. This nigga is cold, bro. This nigga is cold, bro. Like, everybody talk about MJ the GOAT, Kobe the GOAT. We need to start talking about it's Bird the GOAT, bro. Like, this nigga crazy, bro. I feel like he don't get enough credit because he white. He's raised white, which is crazy, bro. Like,
In his NBA career, he saw firsthand how great Larry was and how serious he was about fulfilling his promises. John Stockton saw Larry Legend doing his thing at a young age, which is something he'll never forget. Back in 2018, during an appearance on the Dan Patrick Show, the Utah Jazz legend talked about his favorite Larry Bird story of all time. And he didn't hesitate, choosing one that he lived during his first campaign in the association.
I remember as a rookie, he came in, he walked by our bench at the Salt Palace and said, "I feel like 43 tonight." And he came out, he scored 43 in the third quarter and checked himself out with a 20-point victory, and I was fairly impressed with that one.
So he just picks a random number. I feel
that
like
boy John shot so
43.
smooth too, boy.
And he says it to the bench.
Yeah. It was fairly impressive, especially when he backed it up.
In 2018, the former Orlando Magic sharpshooter Dennis Scott told another Bird welcome to the NBA story. Scott, who was selected by the Magic with the 4th pick of the 1990 NBA draft, detailed how Bird shut him up with his legendary trash talk and basketball skills.
Bird was the only one that really kind of, in his soft-spoken way, when you talk about guys talking trash.
Yeah.
Hey, Rook, good to see you. Hey, big college career. I'm going to catch the ball. I'm going to pump fake. You're going to reach for it. You're going to get fouled.
Wow,
You're going to have a seat. Lord, the whole day, and he catches the ball. He pump fakes. I go for it. I reach. First foul.
Whoa, no way.
I come down court. Scott Skiles kicks me the ball. I shoot a 3. In your face, Larry Legend. Yes, I'm feeling good, man. He catches the ball again.
He going to come right back at you.
Reaching for it again. Tweet, go have a seat. I see second quarter, Rook. So that's how Larry Bird christened me into the NBA.
Clyde Drexler is possibly the most underappreciated Hall of Famer in NBA history. The high-flying Drexler was the Blazers' 14th selection in the 1983 NBA draft. He, too, quickly learned on the greatness of Bird and his trash talking.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, "You can't stop me." And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident."
Bird could not believe the gall from a rookie Drexler. He issued a stern retort before resuming his destruction of the young Blazers swingman.
He was confident. You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He
going to kiss
proceeded to score like 2 straight
Rook.
points off it. Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
Essentially, Drexler rivaled Bird as one of the league's elite wings and took Larry Legend's spot as one of the very best when the Celtics star retired in 1992. Still, despite his eventual place among the game's top stars, Clyde learned almost immediately never to speak back to Bird.
Nah, that's the wrong
In
nigga to talk trash
1992,
to,
the
boy.
best players from various colleges were called in to face the Dream Team for their first scrimmage. Future All-Stars Chris Webber, Penny Hardaway, Allen Houston, Grant Hill, and Jamal Mashburn were part of the team dubbed the College All-Stars. Webber, who won the Rookie of the Year award in 1994, was given a stern warning by Larry Legend before the game. By Webber, Bird told him to make sure he's getting his sleep, because tomorrow Bird is going to bust his ass, and that he is going to remember it the rest of the week. Another angle to the Bird in the 1992 College All-Stars was brought by Jamal Mashburn. According to Mashburn, he, along with Webber, Houston, and Rodney Rogers, was given first-hand experience.
Hey, my bad, bro. Damn, boy, what the fuck? That boy got big as hell. We can stick a coin through that shit, boy. That boy
Larry
had
Bird's
shiny,
trash
that
talking
lemon
the very
head
first
nigga.
time they met Larry Legend.
And Larry Bird, you don't realize how big Larry Bird is until you stand up close to Larry Bird.
As a
So Larry Bird
He
like
walked by us,
6'10",
he
ain't
says, "Y'all those college guys?" And we was like, yeah, we the college guys. And he looked at us and he said, "Get some fucking rest. It's gonna be a long week," and walked off. And we was like, what the hell? And so that we just excited. We like, oh, he just talking shit or whatever. But that's kind of cool, though. That's Larry Bird. You know who we are. But he ain't call us by Chris Webber and Jamal Mashburn. He's like, y'all them college kids. And then something happened. We're sitting there, and we get back to the hotel. Rodney Rogers says something to, it's a group of them. It's Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and everybody's shooting the shit. And Rodney Rogers said, "Hey, Larry, you ain't hit a jumper since '84.
Damn. He said
Magic
that?
heard that shit.
Since 84?
And
oh, yeah, he's finna go
we
off.
ain't think nothing of it. The
He finna
next
go
day
off.
we came in, and I never seen this. And this one I was like, this is a different breed. Magic Johnson fed Larry Bird the ball probably about 8 times in a row down court. Larry Bird got the ball on Rodney Rogers, and every time he was about to make a move, he told him what he was going to do.
Damn, but this nigga crazy, bro. What? So basically, he tell you what you finna do. So, all right, I'm finna get the ball. I'm finna dribble. Finna run to the rim, pump fake, make you jump, and step back, carry it. And he do it, fam. That's crazy, bro. He
One
really tell you what
dribble
you
pull
finna
up
do.
on left, off glass.
I'm finna drive in and do a layup. There's nothing you can do
One
about it.
dribble going right,
Okay.
spin, shot, bucket. He scored 9 times or 8 times in a row. Left the court to go lay down because he couldn't sit on a bench. He had to lay down because of his back. And said, "Young fella, look like 84, huh?"
Damn.
Last time he made
Damn.
Yeah.
God.
So
Damn.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow. I
Damn,
said, so
he told his, boy.
that's they kicked
I know
our
that boy had
ass for
shit
the
face
rest
for
of
the
the
rest of
week.
that
Webber
day, boy.
finally added another awesome
Damn.
Bird story from that scrimmage. C-Web shared the small trash talk that Larry Legend threw at Rodney Rogers and the young prospects as he was lighting them up with his sharp shooting skills.
We wanted to see Bird and to be able to practice with him, see how he worked out, see how he shot, see the junk that he talked constantly. Why do you think my generation grew up talking so much? They taught us how to do it. We used to watch all those blooper tapes and everything else. The best was my man Rodney Rogers. Strong, fast, quick, athletic, and Bird just set him up in the corner. Someone drives to the corner, Stockton passed out the Bird, and here you see Rodney Rogers take a full sprint. And I'm talking about, you know how Zion blocked that shot a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's where where Rodney Rogers came from. Except, unlike the young kid that shot the shot, in the middle of him being in the midair, Bird says, "Welcome to the parachute club, rookie," and watches him go by him, shoots the ball, and like Curry does what Bird did, because he shot it and just kept walking down, like shaking his head like, these dumb youngsters, they'll never get it.
For Bird,
Damn,
it didn't matter if
words.
you were a future legend like Dominique Wilkins or John Stockton, or someone who also repped his home state of Indiana, or just a white guy, you got treated by Larry Legend, even if it's your first experience in the NBA. Tell us in the comments, who is the best trash-talking player in the NBA right now?
That boy
If you enjoyed
Draymond
this
be
video,
tripping, boy.
hit the like button, share, and subscribe. For more basketball content, subscribe to our other channels. Free Doc.
And that's another thing about Larry Bird too, though. Like, that's why he Larry the Legend. He talk trash and back it up. He one of the best trash talkers ever to play in NBA history. That's what make him a legend, but that nigga is cold, boy. But yeah, that's the end of that video, man. You made it this far. Make sure you like, subscribe, boy. TJ out.